President Donald Trump could easily find himself dragged into the middle of the litigation. As one expert explained, the Justice Department's case against Cohen, and possibly Trump, is much stronger than the case against Edwards, which he said was rightly prosecuted. Both motive, and timing and motive, are relevant distinctions, Paul S. Ryan, Vice President of Policy and Litigation at Common Cause, told Business Insider. With respect to motive, John Edwards' lawyers made a big deal at the trial about the fact that the Doge had zero evidence that Hunter was talking to the press about going public with her story or even contemplating it. Daniels had first come forward with her story in a 2011 interview with a celebrity gossip magazine. She said during a recent 60 Minutes interview that Trump worked to squash the piece from being published. Cohen approached her with a hush money and non-disclosure agreement once word got out that she was considering coming forward in a new interview. Edwards' lawyers argue that this was not about hiding this affair and this pregnancy from the public and the press. This was about hiding the affair and the pregnancy from John Edwards' very sick wife, Ryan continued. And so, by contrast, we know, as a factual matter, that Stormy Daniels made it clear she was talking to multiple national media outlets in October of 2016 and contemplating going public with her story. And that's what got Donald Trump's attention. The other issue that makes the case against Cohen, and possibly Trump, stronger than the Edwards case is when the payment was made, Ryan said. The payments to Hunter were made before any primary ballots were cast. Cohen made the payment just days before the election, which gives the appearance that the electoral results, and not protecting someone like Melania, was the main purpose of the payment. So much closer to the nexus of the presidential general election was the Stormy Daniels payoff than the John Edwards payoff, Ryan said. Now, Cohen has argued that the payments were made with Trump's family in mind. People are mistaking this for a thing about the campaign, Cohen told Vanity Fair earlier this year. What I did defensively for my personal client, and my friend, is what attorneys do for their high-profile clients. I would have done it in 2006, I would have done it in 2011. I truly care about him and the family more than just as an employee and an attorney. Ryan said Cohen will likely end up arguing that the payments were made to protect the president's wife from embarrassment, but the other factual circumstances here make the argument less likely to hold up in the same way it did for Edwards. The payments to Hunter coincided with the affair and the pregnancy, Ryan said. With Stormy, it happened more than a decade after the affair took place. Further investigation may undercut any argument by Michael Cohen that this payment wasn't about keeping the information from voters but to keep the information from Melania. We'll see about that. It seems unlikely given the decade lapse in time. I think to the extent that Cohen argues this was about keeping the information from Melania, then what Melania knew and when she knew it will certainly be relevant, he continued, adding that he wants to see Cohen, Trump, Daniels, and Melania all be deposed.